Now we are going to see question number 7. Reduce the following fraction to simplest form. A question 48 divided by 60. So now we are going to do the sum, do this fraction into simplest form. Okay, you have to write the question again. So write the question again. Then okay, 48 is divided by 60. So you have to divide a specific number. So I am going to divide it. If you want to divide, if you want to simplify the fraction, or if you want to if you want to make the simplest form of this particular fraction, means you have to take a specific number, but that number should be divided by both. Okay, so that means you have to take a common factor. You must take a common factor for both number. That number should be divided. Okay, so I have taken for this 48 by 60. It's a question. So you have to make this 48 divided by 60 to the simplest form. Simplest form means you have to make the simple form. That is, simplest form means you have to simplify this fraction in a very simple numbers. Okay, you have to make it as simple numbers. Okay, so 48 is divided by 60. So you have to take a common factor for both numbers. That common factor should be divided by the numerator as well as the denominator. So that is, I have taken 12. Here also I am going to divide it by 12. So I am going to divide by 12. So numerator 48 is divided by 12 and denominator 60 is divided by 12. So you can get what? So 12 table you must use. That means what is that? 1 12s are 12, 2 12s are 24, 3 12s are 36 and 4 12s are 48. So I have written 4 for the numerator, and division symbol you have to write, and 60 is divided by 12 means again you have to say the 12th table. So 12 ones are 12, 12 2s are 12 ones are 12, 12 2s are 24, 12 3s are 36, 12 4s are 48, 12 5s are 60. So the answer is 4 by 5. The answer is 4 by 5. 4 is a numerator and 5 is a denominator. This is an even number, this is an odd number. So hereafter you can't divide, so you have to write as it is. This is the exact answer for this question. I'll repeat once again the same question. Reduce the following fraction to a simplest form. Okay, this is the number, this is the fraction. So first numerator is 48, numerator is 48 and denominator is 60. So we have two numbers, 48 divided by 60, it is a fraction. So this fraction should be reduced to a simplest form. Okay, it will make, you are going to make it as a simple form. It means you have to reduce this fraction. So to the most you have to bring it as a simple form. Okay, as a simplest form. So that is what you are going to do. You have to take a common factor for both numbers. Okay, and that number should be divided by both numerator as well as the denominator. You have to take the common factor. First you have to take a common factor. That number is very important because that number is going to divide by the numerator as well as the denominator. So that it is very specific number, and also we can call it as a common factor for these two number, because that number only is going to divide by both the fractions, both the numerator as well as the denominator. So 48 is divided by 12. So you must use the 12th table. So 12 4s are 48. So I have written 4, and 60 is divided by 12. So 5 12s are 60. So the answer is 4 by 5. Hereafter you can't make it as a simplest form, because 4 is a even number and 5 is a numerator. 4 is a even number and 5 is a odd number. So you can't make it as a simplest form as afterwards. So that is what you have to write. 4 by 5 is the right answer for this question. So next is 150 divided by 60. So what you're going to do? So 150 is going to divide by 60 means first you have to cancel the 0. That is easy to do. Otherwise you have to write as it is. It's not an issue. So 150 is divided by 60. So first I have to cancel the 0, because in both numerator as well as the denominator you have 0. So just cancel the 0 as it is, and after that 15 divided by what? You will get 15 divided by 6. So Again you have to find out the common factor for both number, both number, that means numerator as well as the denominator. So common factor means that number is a very specific number. That number should that number is divided by what? Both the numerator as well as the denominator. That is what we can say as a common factor, because that a specific number that is called as a common factor, that number is going to divide by both the numerator as well as the denominator. So 15 is divided by 3. So 6 is divided by 3. So 15 is divided by 3 means you must use the what? 3 table. So 3 5s are 15. Division sign you have to do. Sorry, division sign you have to write. Then 6 is divided by 3. So again you have to say the 3 table. 1 3s are 3, 2 3s are 6. So the answer is 5 by 2. So hereafter you can't make it as a simplest form. Afterwards you can't do this fraction as a simplest form, because this is a what? Odd number. Numerator is odd number and denominator is a what? Even number. So if you want to make it as a simplest form means it's very difficult. Just we can take it as a what? Mixed fraction only. You can't make it as a simplest form, lowest form, otherwise we can call it as lowest form. Hereafter you can't reduce this fraction, because if you want to reduce means this number is divided by 5 only and this number is divided by 2 only. So it is not practically possible to make it as a lowest form. So if you want to make this what? 150 divided by 16 means, so you can do the simplest form is you just cancel the 0. After that you must make it as a common factor. Why do you take the common factor? Because why do you take the common factor means that factor only, that common factor is going to divide both the numerator as well as the denominator. So you have to take a same number to divide, but it is not practically possible to take a common factor for these two numbers. So that is the reason you have to stop. So hereafter you can't make this fraction as a lowest form or simplest form. So the answer is 5 by 2. I think so you understand the A question as well as the B question clearly.